The recipe for a beautiful day. Tiger balm for my back, GPS for finds, my coil is connected, I have electricity, I have clothes, I have some Norwegian lefse, and I have a beautiful field. And I have a new camera. So we were here in that area a couple of weeks ago. Then this area was full of potatoes. All this area was full of potatoes. Now these potatoes are picked up from the ground. We did some recordables over there. 2 recordables, I think. So we're gonna stay a little bit clear of that area. But we have this whole field to work on. And it's just Chris and I. He's just parking his car. I have a 10-minute head start. This camera is supposed to have autofocus. So let's check that out. If you remember, before I had to stop and start the filming to get the macro shots of the goodies. So this is a great, life can't be better than this. Life can't be better than this. It's absolutely fantastic. I'm testing my new camera here. I have a screamer. Can be rubbish. Let's see how this autofocus works. I'm taking it slow because I don't want Christian to feel that I've picked up too much good stuff before he arrives. No. Is it you? Yeah, it's you. Okay, so let's try this autofocus stuff. Get you in the light. Macro, come on. Oh, well. Good enough. A piece of foil. 2 minutes later, another high tone, high 85, but much shorter. I'm thinking musket ball. We'll see. I can't use a pinpointer and film at the same time. Okay, it's in here. It's still in my hand. There we go. I think we have a buckle. No. It's just a fragment, and I think it's a fragment of well, you know, this place, it can be old. But I'm gonna have to give that water. Let's check the macro first. There's the sun. There's the sun. It will be some camera experimentation on this. It hasn't turned into macro yet. But from what I can see from the display, it gives quite a good resolution already. There it turned into macro. I'm not sure if you can see any difference. So we have a copper fragment, triangular shape, and we have no marks. So that's the copper can look old, but it can also be a 1600 piece. So I'll put it in my pocket, but I don't think this is anything identifiable, to be honest. Next target, a bit more hollow tone. 78. There you go. That will explain the hollowness. A piece of junk. 69, but it was jumping. I really want to do a live dig. Okay, it's in here. That can be foil, my friend. That can be foil. No, it's in there, but what's this? Okay. Now I'm getting more and more convinced that this is foil. Yeah, that's why we're jumping, because you're irregular shaped. That's the 4th unsuccessful dig so far. Sorry about that, guys. Right, 64. This one sounds a lot more convincing, but let's not sell the fur until the bear is shot. Huh? Strange. There you go. A key holder. Framed to a key. Finally I got something. It was a, if there ever was a crappy signal, this was his father. It's a button with our national lion, the shield, which is funny for this area, and I'll explain later. But it's modern. But it's still, you know, buttons with the national lion and the shield are always cool. Although this is hollow and bad copper and all the rest of it. Cool. I'm not giving up. You see the potato? So I have a 79, a little bit jumpy, but quite sturdy signal. How am I going to do this? I only have one arm. Okay, I'm going to put the detector down there, because I think I pinpointed it. Or at least to some extent. Let's see what happens. I can see some rust there. That's not a good signal. So, you hear? Can be iron, because if you go fast, we're in the fast program. And why have I been searching in the fast program? Thank you. Switching to tracking and power. Okay, you can be fooled by iron, obviously, especially if it's rusty, and especially if it's deep, and especially if you move your coil fast over the signal. You all know that. But this is an iron. This is now a clean 70, a little bit hollow, and it's in this piece. Lucky you, huh? And there we have him. Wasn't exactly what I was hoping for. This is can I move this up and down? No, but this is 1900s piece of furniture. Turns out to be a rough day, this. One button so far, but Chris hasn't arrived yet. I've only been doing it for 20 minutes. Although I've been... we're probably into 20 minutes in the movie now. Sorry about that. We'll try better. I'm not giving up. A screamer on the surface, but I don't think this is a round object. And I think it's iron. But I think I'm fooled. That's a strange piece. Yeah, and it has some iron left to it, hasn't it? I think it's an old button. Yeah. Some old button or a nail with some iron left to it. So it gave a very good signal on this end. But on that end, it starts to squeak. I'm not giving up. Chris hasn't arrived yet. This place is littered with litter, literally speaking. Right, I have a 6371 Iffy and Squirty in here. I'm not giving up. Is it you? Yeah. Yeah, it's hopeless doing this filming. That's why I don't do it. But it's not a good find anyway. It's too small. It's a small piece of fragment that I'm now just picking up because I'm annoyed and stubborn, which is two virtues in this hobby. There you are. No. This is probably going to be my worst movie ever. But I have to admit though that the signal is quite good here, but then again, the Deus would do that for you, and it doesn't need a big piece to give a screaming signal at the surface. Why can't I see you? That's because I'm... Okay, there you are. Little bugger. You gotta be kidding. There you are. Oh, come on. Is it you? It's you, isn't it? Yeah. Yeah. Now that tells you a little bit about the Deus. This is a very tiny piece. But it could have been a quarter cut English penny. You never know. So you have to dig them. Another 2 minutes wasting your time. Are you sure you have nothing better to do? Solid 94. Trash or a copper shilling? Ah, come on. It's not a copper shilling then. It's in my hand. Come on. It's a piece of metal. And it's big. And it's possibly old. But I think it's melted. I think it's slag. Anyway, it's a fragment and it's not significant. That was a screamer. Chris has arrived. And I will be happy to tell him that I've cleaned up the place. I picked 30 signals and they've all been trash except for one button. So it's the normal curve. You start your enthusiasm up there and then you move way below the water. Right. Now I'm actually quite optimistic. It's a clean 79. Shallow. This can be the one. This can be the one. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. And that would be so cool because Chris is just packing out his bag over there. No, it's not Chris. No, that's not Chris. Just the same car. He's really taking his time. Oh, I like it because it... Oh yeah, no, god damn it. It's a lead seal. You fooled me good. They have the right shape, they have the right tone. You can't pass away, you can't pass these. Now that is typical, isn't it? That one was jumping all over the place, and that's because of the shape of the object. But I actually think I have a recordable here. I'm in the vicinity of 2 other recordables, but I'm more than 5 meters away from them. Much more. I think this is a ring, and it has lost its stone. I can see some. Let me take off my headset for Christ's sake. I can see some very, very early form of incisions. Bear in mind that when I'm fast identifying stuff, this is just a primary assessment. Big question now is this older than 1537? My primary assessment is yes, it is. So it's been knackered by the plow, because this was round. So the rule of thumb here is to keep it. I'm going to pack some of the soil, and I'm going to bag it, and I'm going to take the GPS. I'm not going to clean it much, but when it dries up, I will do a small brush. It's been lying here for 1,000 years, so it can handle a little bit of brushing, just to get I want to be 100% sure that this isn't 1600s. Can be, because I don't want to give more work than necessary to the bureaucracy. They're already understaffed, you see. And I'm starting to suspect that this macro function is better inside, when you have a background that's not shifting around too much. See? There you go. I like the color of the copper alloy. It's the bluish kind. We'll have a look at those incisions. Ciselering. Don't know the English word for it. Most probably a stone is missing. But there's something about the thinness of the cape, or the hook, or the... I'm not sure about the English word. But definitely the irregular shape of the square and those crude incisions makes me suspicious. But I've been wrong before. Chris, welcome to the field. I just found my first proper thing. It's a ring. I think it's recordable. Not sure yet. Borderline. That will make him happy. Now that was a crispy 95. I think it's a silver coin, but I've never picked them up like, if it is, I've never picked them up like this before, because isn't that plastic? Something is around it. It's too thin. It's a button with glass or plastic around it, and that white color fooled me good. But it's a button. Aha! Come on, Chris, I really want this to be the right thing for you. Oh, I really hope you're right now. Oh my God! That's a biggie. That's the biggest nomination we've ever found there.
Yeah, I think
so. Oh
so.
my God! God, that's 4 or 8 shilling. Water, maybe 12.
I don't think
it's a Danish period. Oh, look at the backside. Mike, that was up there when where I said it was only trash.
Yep.
Oh, this is the best coin that ever got out of here. No doubt about it. Oh my God.
No, that's not Danish.
It's not.
It's Norwegian.
Yeah, it's the Norwegian lion. Or it's foreign.
Norweg.
The other side, the other side.
Christian V.
Oh
No. V6.
What?
Oh, 8 shilling, 17.
31?
Yeah.
They are rare as God knows what.
I'm happy about that.
That one is quite rare.
Yeah,
Yes.
that's my first.
And it will be your last.
No.
Of that kind, if I remember correctly, those coins are rare. They are from the... but I'm, the coin experts watching this will think I'm an idiot now, but if I remember correctly, between 1730 and 1736 something, they made 4 shillings. I have a fragment of this at home.
But it's in one piece.
Oh my God.
That's about time.
Oh, that was so well deserved.
Yeah.
Macro, come on. Look at that beauty. NBF star. The Norwegian mint mark. 1731. 4 shilling. With the Norwegian lion.
I have to correct you there.
Oh my
It's an
God.
8 shilling.
Sorry. I'm a little bit too excited. Oh my God, that's a nice coin.
Good things comes for those who wait.
Oh, you definitely did this. You deserve this one. And it was from the upper part of the field that I had given up. Oh, that's a beauty. You want me to take photos for you?
Yeah, please do.
Is it my turn?
No, it's
Don't
not.
take it away.
I'm just looking.
Yeah, but how am I supposed to retrieve the target?
You have your pinpointer for that.
I don't use pinpointers in these fields. That's for grass. Oh, come on. It was a high tone, but it was in a trashy area. And I have a feeling that you're gonna kick my butt today. No, it wasn't that one, you dick. Where are you? Ah, that's a nice sound, isn't it? But it can be almost anything around here. Come on. Did I miss it? Okay, I'm gonna crawl to the cross. Yeah, right.
So how are those live digs working out for you?
Up this animal's, or yeah, this is a bull. This is for a bull, or it's a handle for a door. I think it's a handle for a door actually, or a small bull, or I don't give a crap because Chris is kicking my butt and this movie is getting too long. Yeah, so I've changed the field. This used to be wheat last year. It's been potatoes here now, so this is the first time we've been here with so good conditions. Now either that dog has lost, I don't know, 15 pounds, or it's an offspring. Nevertheless, 93, crispy, can be junk. A little bit too high that, 93. But Christian, there you go. Yeah, it's a piece of copper plumbing, I assume. I can't believe I'm saying this, but I really have to step it up if I'm gonna beat Chris. That was a strange signal, and this is good quality bronze. And I think it's gilded with silver. But I have no idea what it is, and that kind of pattern doesn't look recordable to me. That's too modern, and there's still some gilding, and especially those two small hole hairs. Chris, What do you think? It's old bronze. It's very good bronze. Very high quality bronze. But the design is not medieval. 1700s. Some kind of lamp, some kind of...
Could have been a ring here.
Yeah. But I'm thinking...
that seems
small
like...
mini candle holder.
This seems like the leftover of some threads or something.
Well, then it's very modern.
Yeah.
It's
I don't
too
think
small.
you have to GPS this
No,
one.
I don't think so either. It doesn't have any dot circles, doesn't have any cross marks, but it's quality bronze. It's real quality bronze.
Yeah.
And it has kept very well, but I get 1700 feeling on this.
That's the closest you'll get today.
I really was. The first piece I saw was this.
Yeah.
But then I saw that those two. What should we call them? Two incisions, and then that silver gilding or whatever it is on top there. I'll clean it. Try to have a look in the book, but probably not recordable. Looks like this is not gonna be my day, Chris. Clear, crispy, 90 on the surface. Can be junk. I'm thinking tube top. But how funny it would be to actually get a live dig. Oh, this is so hard. No, it's in here. It's the shovel that made that signal. After this video, I'm not gonna do live digs for a while. Come on. It's clear as they can be. It's in my hand. Still in my hand. Nah, give me a break. It's a nut. I'm playing a risky game because I'm close to the buildings and I'm picking up a lot of modern trash, but I've got my first coin eventually, and it has a beautiful patina. It's an Oscar II, 1 öre. I just gave it a little bit of water. 19 something, so well, at least I have my first coin. I'm gonna stick to this strategy. Chris is going over to the other side. I'm gonna stay here. I think I have no choice if I want to level up with him. Yes! In my mind, I was actually formulating my defeat. Why is he dancing over there? Why is he dancing over there? Never mind, we don't know that yet. We don't know that yet. That is an unknown, known, unknown. This is how it came out of the ground. I just lifted it up. Oh yeah, baby. Come on, please don't be. Yes. That's an old 2 shilling. I've been fighting iron and trash in this area. Yes, but if he just, like 20 minutes ago, he went to the other side, and I assume there's a reason why he has given up detecting, coming here and breaking my victorious moment. And this one is toasted as well. Let's give it some water. There it is. 2 shilling, 1662. But it's chipped. I think you can actually see the copper inside. Can you see that red tone there? I think it's a Norwegian version, but it's toasted. But I'm glad this is better than this is. This is very good. I'm very happy. Nothing. 1662. You're the expert. Which king is that?
I have no idea. It's Christian V.
I also think it's Christian V. Because I can see an N.
Because he
No, that's the
was
Norwegian.
in 1648.
So I think these are the ones that was really based down.
Well, he had been, his father has been into the wars with the Danish people for many years.
That's what we do, isn't it? Why can't we do that again? Why can't we just start the war with the Danes or the Swedes or something?
Let's go with the Swedes.
Yeah, let's take them first. Did you get anything? Oh, you got another one. A 1 shilling.
Yeah.
You bastard.
Just to keep the momentum up.
Bastard. What's the date?
I have no idea, I have to clean it first.
Okay, let's give it some water. 1 shilling, 1779, minted in Norway, Christian the 7th. And the last coin wasn't rare, we called our friend Kjetil. But it was still a nice coin. But some of these 1 shillings are really rare. I doubt Christian, I don't think any Christian the 7th
No,
coin
I don't
is
think
rare.
so as well.
I mean, the man minted money like Ben Bernanke.
No tomorrow.
But congratulations, I'm beaten. I'm beaten.
Yes, you are.
So, but I have well, we have 2 good finds each. I have 1 coin and I have a ring. You only
Yeah.
have you only have, what is
I
that?
only have 2.
You only
Yeah,
what is
sure.
that? Coins?
Yeah.
Who cares about? You can buy them in the coin shop.
Yeah.
You know, I get to fill out the paperwork
Yeah,
and
you
talk
got to do it.
talk to the county and you know.
Good for you.
Yeah, that's really
You
fun.
can-
But we still have half an hour, don't we?
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm gonna keep it up here. I'm gonna keep it up here. Yeah, so this is my 1 coin from today and I'm donating it to the farmer. It's 1660 something. I'll look it up. But I assume it's Christian and it's chipped and it's full of, but you know, it would have been. So I just have to accept defeat. Christian got the better of me today. I just got the paperwork. Let's get home and have a look at that ring. I have some cool finds to show you. Today was like 2 cool coins for Christian, 1 possible cool object for the government, and a 2 shilling for the farmer, and a lot of fresh air to me. Sometimes that's how it goes. But before I do anything, I'm just gonna have this small little bear and I'm gonna do some reading on medieval rings. Because I want to be able to give some, for once, I want to be able to give some good ID on that ring. And I have some older artifacts that I want to show you as well. And I don't think that I filmed when I found them. And I do have silver coin that will go into my album today. Anyway, this is a 10 øre. It's been lying in olive oil and a little bit of lemon for approximately 10 days. And I've changed the oil and the lemon every second day. And it has actually improved a lot. Let's return to that. Now, here are the finds from today. This is my coin, the 1 øre. That's going into the album as a memory for the tour. And here are some other goodie bags that I'll show you later. But, you know, give me half an hour and I'll have something on that ring and we'll do a proper roundup and I'll promise you I won't keep it. No cooking and I'll keep it brief. Let's put this autofocus to a proper test. Now, literature comes in all shapes and forms. I really recommend these from Greenlight, especially once you get up to the higher numbers, because then they cover fewer subjects but more in depth, you see. So I've looked up everything I can find on rings. We'll return to that. But literature comes in all shapes and forms. You can always ask a scientist or a friend to give you copies from books or journals, and you have these scientific journals. Now, me being a trained scientist, and I come from a quantitative and positivistic school, sometimes I have a hard time distinguishing science from speculation when I read this. But I'm gonna piss up the whole archaeological community in Norway when I say that. But you know, I'm sorry, but that's not. I'm not trained. I'm not trained in that kind of science. This is pure speculation. A lot of it. I guess if someone came to me and said, "Okay, your paper, your thesis, when you did 70,000 transfers over 14 years and you made a multiple regression model with fixed effects and 8 different coefficients, and you told them that if a change in coefficient B resulted in 800 crowns less transfer per eligible voter in some electorate, if someone came to me and told me that, oh no, that science is just crap, I would be pissed off too. But this is speculation. But it has to do with the data. They don't have a lot of data. That's the problem. Archaeology is hard. You don't have any written sources. You have a context that is disturbed. If you have written sources, there's room for interpretation. There's so many sources of error that you just have to understand. You just have to accept that, you know, that's the way archaeology is. So okay, maybe one day I'll learn and accept, but I find it really hard because that's not how I'm trained. I believe in data. Anyway, and then you have more accessible books, which I like this. You know, I'm no archaeologist. I need this. This is good for me. Well, it was a little bit disappointing, but that's fine. I can start there. So as the hobby progress, your literature will, you know, coins, British coins, numismatics, kings. This is just something I use. This is not something we find in Norway. This is a great book from Denmark. A lot of it is detecting finds, but you know, Denmark is 25 years ahead of us. But eventually maybe we'll get there. Anyway, let's test this. I have my daylight light bulbs. They are supposed to replicate daylight. They're very strong because I use them for my photo box. You see, so I take photos and I diffuse the lights and so on. So we have some finds, both from today and from other days. So let's see how this turns out. Now this is modern, and I can see now that we can at least switch off one. Modern, but very good bronze. I'm not happy with the lights. Let's see if we can change that. Not happy at all. Well, sorry, I'm very happy with the bronze, but it's not old. My one coin! But this was, you know, this was the lowest nomination at the end of the 19th century. Beautiful patina. 1902. Oscar II. It's going into my album because it's the only coin I got today. And then we have this. I don't know if you recall my last movie. I wasn't too convinced about this piece. I was the fastener was my strongest indication, but I thought the relief was too low, and the color of the copper. This is not bronze. At least if it's bronze, it's very bad bronze. So I brushed it. So now I know that I've cleaned this too much. I'm aware of that, but I tell it like it is. So I basically just waited for the dirt to dry off, and then I used a very soft brush, and I just one stroke at a time, and more details came along, and I picked out the earth from the two, because they come in different versions. So this is not a way to treat an object if you're sure it's recordable. So I have a bad conscience about it, but at the same time, if I hadn't dug it up, it would still be in the plow soil, and I didn't ruin it. It's still as good as it would probably arrive at the museum. But this is a Merovinger from year 500, 600, 700, before the Vikings. Here's an example. Now they come in different forms with two heads. Some of them have, yeah, I'm quite happy with the, now you see the autofocus is working quite good. They come in varieties, both with two heads in each end and some without. And you see that stopping there? So, you know, I'm not quite sure if it's got two heads. But these holes, they were actually for beads or pearls or enamel. So this will be handed in to the same county where we found the ring today. Now, I've been looking through all my literature on rings, and this is not medieval. This is older. And it's not the signet ring. It had a stone. The stone is gone. This deserves, yeah. The stone is gone. It's hard with rings, so maybe I can put it on my finger. The stone is gone, but the crude incisions and the color of the copper alloy, the bluish color, I don't think it's Merovinger, but I think it's Viking. I think this is year 1000 to 12. It can be early medieval, but I don't find any rings like this from medieval times. But I've found objects before with the same incisions, which have been 1400s, but it's definitely recordable, and it's going in. I'm gonna hand it in. So it's going back in its soil and back in its fridge after I've taken 2-3 photos. So very happy with that. The button from today. Now, why is this significant? It looks like a modern version of the lion, right? Well, yeah, that's true. And you know, the material is crap. So it's this is 1900s or maybe late 1800s. But it's significant because in this area we found a coin where we thought maybe it was a Håkon Magnusson, and he was the guy introducing this lion. And it's always funny to find lions. I'll show you one that I found in a farm that I'm gonna give to the farmer, which is an older version. It's a Danish period version, where you'll see the lion is completely different. And you might recall my other lion. I gave that to another farmer because he works in the Ministry of Defense, so he's very interested in everything that has to do with military stuff to do. And this is also found at his place, and I'll send it to him for Christmas. So this was my two keepers from today. And then we have two more recordables that I haven't showed you. This is probably early medieval. It's good bronze. You can tell from the darkness of the color. It's really shiny, and it has some patterns that I'm not able to decipher them. But that's a very nice ring. And the pièce de la résistance. This is a Saxon beast. We know them from England. This is facing left. It has a dot over it. This is Viking age. This is probably a year 1000. I believe it's a strap band of some sort. A belt mount, a very small leather. It was probably, well, it was most certainly connected to leather. But it misses. I think it could have grown. You could have envisaged, because these dogs, these beasts, they often come in pairs or in three dogs even, biting each other tails. You see, now that is the shoulder and the arm, and that is the head, and that is the typical dot over the head, and this is the backbone stretching out. And we do have one hole there, but I'm not completely convinced that that is the fastening, but it can be, because it looks rather complete. But it's a very nice find. I'm very happy with it, and at this farm we have only picked up 16, 17, 1800 coins, and now suddenly, after the field has been plowed, we find some real good artifacts. So tomorrow I'll be sending in all these recordables. I'll try to take some good photos of them first. And this is from actually the same dig as this. I didn't film because the field was plowed. It was very hard to walk on. It was not leveled. It was not stubble. It was really plowed. But nevertheless, you know how hard these 40% silver Oscar II can turn. If you go too heavy on the acid, they will turn white, like cardboard white. But if you take it slow, this was completely black. If you take it slow, in olive oil, with a little bit of lemon juice, just to increase the acidity, and keep an eye on it, that can be fine. Now these are my silver coins from this season. A lot of toasted Oscars and stuff. The best being it's actually an 8 shilling and a 24 shilling. Those are the best coins. The rest are, sure, 225 öre, Oscar II, 1876. And today I got my 2 shilling Christian V, which is not a coin I pick up every day. I think it's the second in my whole life. But this will go in there today as a memory. It's a nice coin. And eventually the other one will come in as well. So now you've seen a couple of recordables. Congratulations to Chris. This is my new camera, by the way. I love it. It's great. My old camera was Canon S90. I've had it for 5 years. It's been 50 meters underwater in the Red Sea, wreck diving. It has taken a lot of beating. And before that I used the Ixus. I always use Canon because they produce underwater housing for all their cameras. So I'm going to take a couple of photos and post this video, and I know it's going to be very, very long. I'm sorry about that, but I tried to do some live digs, and I tried to test out the camera. I did do some cool finds after all, and it was a good day. So thanks for watching. Thanks for all your comments. I will answer them tonight after this is published. I will answer you all. And this weekend I'm going out with CA. Hopefully he'll bring me. And let's see if we can do some more finds. The season is coming to an end. At least it's been colder. So that's it. That's a tip for you cleaning low silver content coin. Not putting them in ammonia or lemon and water, and take your time. That's a good camera. This is a very good photo box. Daylight bulbs, literature, couple of finds. That's it. thank you very much for watching. Have a great weekend. It's coming up shortly. And thanks for all your nice comments, and thank you for following me over all these years. Cheerio, Miss Sophie.